This has been, I don't know what's acting goofy, if it's the internet, which is probably the case. Last week, one day, we lost power and cable. A city truck plowed through a telephone pole down the street. Even Jack doesn't know what the pole was hit. He said, "I think it was down near the golf course." But it took out cable, it took out power, took out a city truck. So that'll come out of the city budget. And then I said, when cable finally came back, I said, internet came back. I said, you watch for the next, like, hey, Chris. Hi, Lisa. Hi, long ago, Crow. There's a couple new names in here. Somebody's going to fuck with me, I'm telling you. So, sure enough, cable came back, and the internet's been crap for a week. I'm not going to get into anything political, by the way. I don't want to be canceled. That's nice. It's a pot. You could make us pot holders. Hi, Aaron. Aaron's got 5 minutes for me, he said.
Start the countdown now.
How dare you? Hi, Emery. Another new name. I'm telling you. I'm going to be fucked with by somebody in here. By the way, as I made a post today, you can watch all the Bad Ben films on badbentv.com. There's it's $3.99 a month. It's on Roku or Fire TV. But if you don't have Roku or Fire TV, you can watch it right in your computer browser or on your phone. Or my YouTube channel, if you just become a member bronze level, they're all, I don't know if 14's on there. I think it is, but they're all on there to subscribers of Benite Bronze. And you're on YouTube, so you should be able to find it. As I posted today, this Bad Ben with, if I get it done, with some support from you folks, it is not what you're expecting. It's going to set the Bad Ben universe on its head. Now, what I mean by that is that it's at Halloween, I'll put this Halloween Spectacular back up. And also, at Christmas, we'll put back up the Christmas specials and all. I just don't believe in letting them sit there all year long because, I don't know. On the TV, you can see like these Christmas movies, and when I see them in May or June, first of all, once Christmas comes, I'm depressed. I'm depressed from December 26th until about February. Although, don't laugh at me, this year I didn't even take down the Christmas trees. I undecorated them. But that gets addressed in the film also. Hey, Chris, how long have you followed me? Because if you consider yourself a fan of Nigel Bach and Bad Ben films, you would know why they're not on Amazon. So this film has a lot of similarities to the first Bad Ben, but I want to warn you, it's very dark, and I don't mean in contrast. I just mean it's a dark story. Oh, there's a. Do you ever go, Aaron, into? Do you ever go into Hobby Lobby in July? Sometimes late July, but at a minimum August, because I was in there about a month ago with Mrs. Biggins, and that would have been mid to early August. And when you walk in the front door, first of all, the stores are gigantic. You can, hi Squatch, you can see all along one wall and part of the other garland hanging, wreaths hanging, and then if you walk to that side of the store, they have all kinds of Christmas stuff, balls, decorations, stuff like that. However, Squatch is on the down low at work. He's got to hide there because he's at work, but he's watching me. Hello, Sarah. He in their defense, though, Hobby Lobby is a lot about hobbies. So a lot of people make crafts for Christmas. And when are you going to make those crafts? December 18th? No, so you got to get started on them early. So I understand why a lot of people go in there now. Uh, and the grocery store, they had out, and CVS even had out Halloween stuff
So what was the
about 2-3 weeks ago. Lowe's had some stuff. I know that Home Depot does now because Jason, whose house we shot the Halloween special in, um, he keeps posting YouTube videos about stuff that's at that's about um, all the new stuff Home Depot has added. So that's cool. What else has been going on?
how about your Jack moment?
Our neighbor Jack, who walks the streets, he's a street walker. He came by the other day, and we had a long chat. And he gave me his cell phone number after 25 years, and but I never asked for it. And I told him that I could tell Holly I saw you because she always asks when we don't see you for a couple days. She says, "Have you seen Jack?" So she worries. So, and by the way, do not take this as if I'm mocking his faith. But he says, I start to pick up the leaf blower to go back to blowing leaves. I said, "Well, I won't hold you up." And he goes, "Put that down. Let's have a moment of prayer." So he grabs my hand and we bow our heads as traffic's speeding by. And he thanks the Lord for Holly's concern for him. So it was very nice. Oh yeah, we got the flu and COVID shot. If you're anti-vax, you're welcome to be. If you're hello Ronnie, if if you're not, it's available. If you qualify for certain things now. Now I'm 60 and diabetic, and Holly qualified for it for being hot. She went in there and demanded it, and they said we don't want any shit, and they gave, but we both got them, and just a little bit of soreness, tiny bit for a day or two, but only really if you touched it. Like if you hit it against something, or like if I'd roll over in bed, I could feel it. But I don't know. I don't have kids, so I don't need to worry about if I take the vaccine and it kills me. Um, Thank you, Aaron. It it doesn't really matter much because the only people I'll be leaving behind are you and my dogs. But Holly took this shot too, so she'll be dead. So somebody, if you don't see us for a while, come rescue the dogs. The alarm code is 47819. What's the chances you think now somebody's going to bust in the door and press 47819? The Emmys were last night. Severance got a lot. That movie about that kid got a lot.
You know what got the most?
What?
That freaking the studio.
Yeah, the studio.
They won 13 awards.
I can want. What about the bear?
Nothing.
About time. What a piece of shit that's become. I'm 60 in less, just over a month. Oh, God. I had thought a couple years ago when I turned 60, not a couple months ago, about 2, 3 years ago, when I turned 60, I'll buy a new car. Right now, I can afford a Matchbox if they're on sale. No, her birthday isn't the 28th. Ronnie just outed you. Your birthday's the same day as Ronnie's.
Me?
Yes.
Happy early birthday, Ronnie. Only cool people have that birthday.
Have people seen that meteorite that guy found that's growing tentacles? Yeah, I could tell you right now, there's a huge chance that's bullshit.
I didn't hear anything about that.
There's a guy that claims a meteorite landed in his backyard and he brought it inside and was inspecting it, and tentacles started growing out, and now every day he's posting and people are saying it's real. Is And then people are saying it's something like an octopus, but I don't think it's an octopus. It's something else called devil's fingers or something. And people are saying the meteorite is a silver painted potato. But he's got the world intrigued. You don't think that was really some alien growing out there that the government, it's not in the United States though. But you don't think that government would go in there and grab it?
I feel completely left out with the.
You don't know anything about the alien? Oh, holla. I'll have to send you something.
I'm watching other stuff.
No, but social media, I don't know how it hasn't come up on.
I had a very unique algorithm.
London, I don't know, but if you Google Bad Ben Game, I'm sure you'll find it. It's I forget the name of the company, but they're like associated with Dread Central. But if you Google Bad Ben Game, you'll find it. London's a cool. Is London really your first name? Because that's cool. I know a kid when people that have got like not unusual but unique first names like associated with locations. I know somebody knew somebody as a kid whose name was Dallas. I don't know anybody named like Egg Harbor Township,
So
Egg Harbor Township Bach. Um,
if you had a child, that's what you would name it.
a friend of mine named his son Cash. Well, London's a cool first name. Um, I'm trying to think of any other first names. There are people with nicknames. Oh, I stand corrected. Aaron said his middle name is Egg Harbor Township.
Wow. What about that woman who changed her name to Shabuzi? Not Shabuzi. What was it? Something Shanasty. Something like
Lisa says she met a woman named Lake St. Clair. Ronnie has Cheyenne. Yeah, that's a common name. Ronnie has a grandson whose first name is Dylan and middle name is Cash, after Bob Dylan and Johnny
that.
Cash.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Why not name him Robert Jonathan? Just kidding. Well, the funny thing about Cash is my friend nicknamed him Cash Machine, and Holly thought that was the funniest thing. Because, well, kids are expensive, number one, but also he's a machine in that he's always eating, sleeping, or pooping. Aaron says he swears on his life he knew a lady named Muffin Frizzle.
Oh, that's nice. You know my favorite name of anyone that I've ever known?
What?
That kid that I used to work with named Jeremiah Schweiner.
Jeremiah Schwanger.
Yes. He was a nice kid.
Do you remember? Well, I know a guy named David Kuntz.
Oh,
Kuntz.
I'm sure he liked his life,
You know
especially
what he
as a
named his
kid.
son?
What?
Hand to God, Peter.
Peter Kuntz?
Yes. If he had a daughter, he would have named her Ima. No, I'm kidding. But that's seriously his name, Dave Kuntz. Nicest guy in the world. He also had an inverted something which made him laugh on the instead like you laugh on the blowing out air.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha. He would laugh sucking it in, and I swear to you, he would go. I can't even. I must end it myself.
Look at her looking at you. She was very upset.
She was afraid she was losing me. I'm trying to think of any other unique names. Well, I know a guy whose last name two, whose last name not related. Last name is Lipschitz. No, one's last name is Lipschitz. The other one's last name is Livschitz. Well, some girls, ladies, women were broadcasting and going over the most. They work at a doctor's office and they were broadcasting, going over the weirdest names of patients. You can't do that. If that was real,
Yeah.
you can't do that. Now, if you gave the list to your spouse or friend,
I see a lot of like vets offices talking about the most popular dog names and stuff,
yeah, well, that's okay.
which usually is Bella.
Well, it changes with time, but my sister and brother in law had a dog named Bella. Absidy is what they call it. ABCDE. Some people name their kid. I am going to stay on here for 8 more minutes, folks.
Has anybody watched anything good?
I've seen that as a last name. Fox. Fuchs. I think that was the last name of my mom's home health aide, or her maiden name. I used to go live every day, London, but I've gone live now like twice in the past 6 weeks. Well, I'll do more lives if once this next film gets done, if it gets done. Aaron says, Holly, the caller from 1987 with Malcolm McDowell. Dow. Watch it ASAP if you haven't seen it.
The caller?
The caller from 1987. I guess it's called The Caller
Okay.
and not The Caller from 1987. Well, one of the reasons I do live broadcast is to try to raise money, and nobody's got any. So I get it. I still have to raise some to finish this. Well, I knew somebody whose last name was Huch, which you would think is like, well, it's pronounced Huck, like Huck. Aaron, is it called The Caller? A film from 1987? We'll find it. We watched From, we're caught up to that. And I don't know how long they're going to be able to carry this thing on because, you know, nope, still haven't gotten a new editing computer, Cherie. Didn't raise enough for the keyboard. That's not true. Raised a little more than that, but it's called the caller. We'll find that. We also watch Waiting for Superman to come out on HBO Max. What was that other show on MGM? The something we watched one episode.
The Institute.
The Institute we watched one episode of. Couldn't get into it. Weapons we're waiting to come. It's on streaming, but we're waiting for it to come on a streaming service we subscribe to. That's my boy Zach Kreger. I wonder if I influenced him in this at all. And now he made a very kind statement about me a while ago. Naked Gun we want to see too when that's on a channel we subscribe to. We did subscribe to a new channel called Howdy. It's a Roku channel and it's only $2.99 a month. But it's got a lot of like Nurse Jackie's on it, which we want to watch again. Institute. Yeah, couldn't get into it. Tried. Yeah, people have said that. Well, thank you, Chris. People have said that about the Institute turned out to be good, but I couldn't. I don't know. Maybe we'll revisit it. Um, what? Ugh. I didn't watch the new season of Dexter. We watched the first episode. I heard that Dexter, Origins was good, but they canceled that to focus on Dexter, which I think is really kind of crappy because that was the job for a lot of people, and it did well.
Hey.
But the bringing him back from the dead when he was shot in the heart or right in that side of his chest just seemed too implausible. We had a garage sale and I put this stuff up on a website. Like I created a website for it, and on the sign I put out front, that what the web address was, and literally in the first 20 minutes. Well, I wanted because people tend to go to a lot of yard sales on the weekends, so I wanted to save them from coming here if I didn't have anything they wanted. But what it also allowed was people to see what I had and come and get it. So is there anything out there? So in the first 20 minutes, I only ran it from 10 to 2. And in the first 20 minutes, I did 85% of the sales. People came. I had a lot of unopened toys. Um, let me answer a text. I guess I could try it again, but I really like. Well, Dexter was good until it wasn't. The ending was terrible. The part where they came back for a season was, or a couple seasons, or a season was okay. The way it ended was more satisfying, I thought. And then, no, London, um, Amazon, you have to ask Amazon why that is. I've explained it here many times. Amazon just took away our ability to just put things on Prime. You can put them, but they're probably going to take and make you make it only available for rent or purchase, and then they make it dirt cheap, and they're just a mess. See, Aaron. Aaron had a lot to say tonight. Now he's skipping out on us. We watched a movie last night or Saturday night called Friendship with Paul Rudd and some guy who I don't know, and it was interesting. It was neither good nor bad. It's just something I'm glad I didn't pay for. All right, folks, it's been 30 minutes. I thank you for joining me. I'm going to hop off here. Don't know when you'll see me again, but see you. Love you. Bye for now.